The 6.5 billion total budgetary allocation appropriated for the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs in 2024 are soared to 78.5 billion naira in the 2025 budgetary proposal. The wide gap of 71 billion naira between total budgetary allocation for the ministry in 2024 and the proposal made for 2025 fiscal year, as explained by the Minister of Women Affairs, Adiya Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, rose from the 68 billion naira counterpart funding provided for the World Bank project. Correspondent Kwelojo reports that the minister, who gave the explanation to members of the National Assembly Joint Committee on Women Affairs during Budget Affairs session for 2025 fiscal year, said 7.4 billion naira is the sum earmarked for core capital project of the ministry in 2025.
I would like to humbly seek the approval to adopt the realigned and reviewed budget proposal that we came up with in line with the ministerial mandate and the bond we signed with Mr. President. We have reviewed the projects and the nomenclature without tampering with the existing ARGP codes under, and the figure that we're proposing is for the sum of 237,455 million naira only. The proposal is for our 2025 capital budget, inclusive of the earmarked counterpart funding for the World Bank supported project, the Nigerian for Women program. We also seek a kind consideration to approve the proposed review of 6 billion for our 2025 overhead budget so that the ministry can perform its duties efficiently while providing human-centered and impactful programs in 2025.
However, the minister in our presentation and performance of the 6.5 billion 2024 budget lamented that only 18% or 4.6 billion capital vote was released, which is 869.8 million naira, but added that 1.3 billion naira appropriated for personal cost in 2024 and 565.8 million naira appropriated for overhead cost. They got 100% implementation. Bring news in the ministry, the Senator Reti Kingiwe and Honorable Kafila Togbara led joint committee urged that to study the terrain thoroughly and correct any observed lapses.
I'd like to hear from you. What do you think is appropriate for Nigerian women? Because this is 2025, and we cannot continue to go on to be talking and nothing actually happens. When we speak about Ministry of Women Affairs, that ministry must be seen to actually impact on Nigerian women. Yeah. And as a nation, we must be deliberate and intentional in touching the lives of our women. Because once the women are okay, the nation is okay for it. Mm-hmm. And we know that once the women are properly positioned, the children are properly positioned, yeah, and the future of the nation is secured.
Then we cannot go and fight for anything. And to fight for it, we need to know what the actual needs are. We need to know what we are fighting for. Girls are out of school. So many things. Even I was talking to the humanitarian people. IDP camps do cater to the needs of women, but that's not your problem. Your problem is nationally, and women, as you say, are 50% of the population. They are the backbone of the country. If they are fine, the country will function. Mm-hmm. That's all I have to say.
Disabilities. When you see anything vulnerability or vulnerable people in the budget, it covers people with disability because we have different forms of disabilities. So a disabled person is vulnerable, so it is captured in the budget. And with the NCWS, we captured their needs in the realigned budget, which I will be proposing to the distinguished committee. And also with regards to the VVF, we also captured that particular upscaling in the proposed budget that I will be presenting shortly. And with regards to the existing proposal, it came with an envelope, and I think the team that put it together just kind of, tried to touch on everything. So it's always been a case of piloting for our budget.